Hey guys, welcome to another unboxing video. Today we're going to be taking a look at this measuring tool from Rody Precision Corner. Now I called it a measuring tool, but that's actually not really fair to call it that because it does a little bit more than just measure. But before we get into it, I want to take the clock back and talk about how we got here in the first place. Recently, I got a new house, which is incredible. I feel so fortunate to be in this new space. I even have a dedicated space for shooting YouTube videos, which is really cool. But the problem is there is a ton of windows, and with a ton of windows means that I have to do all the curtains and rods, and I am not a home improvement person. I'm not inclined in that way. I'm a creator. I make videos and music and drawings, but I'm the last person you want to call if you're trying to spruce up your house. So I did the thing that any young person would do when they're trying to learn a new skill. I went to YouTube. When I was going down this YouTube rabbit hole, I ended up finding a guy that talked about this very tool. And he said that it was an easy way to perfectly put up your curtains and rods, and I'm a sucker for shortcuts. So I ended up going to the website, finding out a little bit more information, and it turns out the guy who developed this was an artist too, so I already felt this familial bond. I just knew I had to try it out. I ended up ordering it, and it got here. So this is more of a product demonstration than it is an unboxing because I took it out of the box already to start using it, but today I'm actually going to show you how to use it because I still have one more project that I need to do. This is the Rody Precision Corner. You'll notice a couple of things. One, it looks interesting. You have these two bubble levels here. That's actually really important because depending on the orientation, it's always going to make sure that you have a level area when you're about to mount your hardware. You'll also notice that it has this strange Y design on it. That actually comes in handy. If I'm looking down over here, this is actually helping me measure a 90-degree angle that's really familiar with most doors and frames. However, on this other side, I actually have a 45-degree angle that I can use. If you have a frame that kind of angles out in that way, then cool, you have a great tool to help you measure and mark exactly where your hardware is going to go when you're hanging up your curtains and rods. A couple of other things to note. Along the tool itself, you'll see a whole bunch of measurements here. That's actually why I called it a measuring tool. That specifically allows you to figure out how high, low, or wide you want your mounting hardware to be. And then the last thing is you'll see these perforations along the tool as well. Well, that actually helps you determine where you're going to put your screws and your drill marks, which, I mean, that's the hardest part of it. So when you get the tool in, they also send you this little pencil, which one, I think is cute, but also I like these small intentional things that companies do to make your life a little bit easier because I don't own a pencil. I own pens, and outside of that, I don't really write things anymore. And the last thing that really comes with the packaging is this right here. This is a guide, so you can always keep track of your last measurement. So, for example, I'm going to go ahead and snap this on. If I decided that I wanted to remember a 3-inch marking, all I have to do is slide it down, line it up. That means that all of my curtains and all of my rods are going to be this exact measurement. So with all of that being said, the only thing left to do is show you how it's used. I have a giant glass door that sits overlooking my patio, but it's in a very public space where people could look in. So I decided I actually wanted to put a blackout curtain in its place and make sure that people can't actually get a view of me watching TV. So that's what we're going to be doing. You'll see that mounting up a curtain on this particular door is a little bit difficult because I don't have a traditional frame. Instead, you can see an outline of where the frame used to be. And this is one of the reasons that I needed a little bit of a hack. You can see right here that I have an indentation that comes out, but not an actual frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Rody Precision Corner to make sure I'm level. I want to go about an inch inside where the frame ends, or where the frame would end, and create a marking there. I want my curtain to actually line up with where the frame of the door lines up. So I find my 1-inch mark, I use the pencil, and I create a mark of where that first drill hole is going to be. You'll see that it is about that 1-inch mark and does line up with the door. Now that I have my first mark, all I need to do is drill this first hole. Now I'm going to use the Rody Precision Corner again because now I want to make sure that I can actually go 1 inch above where I originally marked. That's how much space I have between the mounting bracket. Now I'm ready to create my second drill hole. Now that that's done, all that's left to do is mount the hardware. This is a pretty easy process. I already had the screw holes in place, and I found a mounting bracket from another window that I'm reusing here. And just like that, here's my curtain. Normally I hate doing stuff like this, but the Precision Corner made it pretty easy. Wow, so that was it. That brings us to the end of this product demonstration / unboxing. If you have a home improvement project, if you need to mount hardware and it needs to be accurate, I don't know if you're going to be able to do any better. So if you're interested in finding out more, all you have to do is go to rodyprecisioncorner.com. I'll put the link in the description. If you're like me and you are not inclined in the home improvement way, that's totally okay. Like I said, this is the shortcut, and I know that you're really going to appreciate it. With that, that brings us to the end of the video. I hope to see y'all on the next video. Peace.